Hi, good evening, everyone. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel for Growing Old Together community. Last week we talked about is meeting you is not coincidence, and so we are talking about finding someone to growing old together is kind of our next mission. So we're gonna introduce you the organization I've been work on it. It's called Angel Around the World Singles Club, as abbreviated called AAWSC. We mentioned about last week, this club I have created since 1995. As I went through that journey with myself, seeing a lot of great adventure, and just want to share you what we can call is past performance. These are the couple somehow because due to the privacy organization, so I couldn't really share you too much about them. So this is our official Facebook page. And this is a couple I mentioned last week about this our American couple. It's my first tryout since last Christmas. It's 2021 Christmas, and into the 2022, and then they make in the my grandmother's birthday party, and so it's kind of interesting. If you want to get to know the story, I have a video recording about this story. Is back into my radio show host time on at the end of the I think it's like my last season, season 4, some of their story and how I set up for them for the blind day, and how they interact with each other, and how they feel attract with each other's, and then they become couple today. And I also asked them if they are wanting to share their testimony to our audience, so you're able to hear the true story, not just a hearsay. It's more like a core system here. It's like I say how they fall in love and how I met them, but you need evidence for that. So I will leave up to them to see if they're wanting to share their story with you. I'll come to find out about that later and update you. So right now I have been trying to working alongside with some of the singles club and single group around the local area, and just want to see how they want to interact. So I have been doing a 2 poll. One poll is asking about if they want to take the first day to the basement. Basement is one of archive. It's more like old-fashioned way of the video gaming territory in our Concord City downtown area. We're just asking the poll on the Nextdoor app to see how many people will go to basement for the first day. Will you be going to the gaming place for the first day? Because I feel like there's no pressure, and then you have fun, and then you have great company, so everybody can switch back and forth. So I'm assuming that kind of atmosphere for the first day is more interesting. And plus for the elderly, it's more like stimulating the mind, the body, and soul. So it's like, if you are like my age, you will know what archive mostly during your childhood. But I'm much more a bookworm kind of girl, so I don't go to archive, that kind of place, when I was a child in my childhood. So but then I mean, I know people there go there, but I just game just not my pursuit, because I like number, but I just don't like to get, maybe because I'm not good at sports. So somehow that I hate competition, maybe because I'm the middle-aged child. So it's like competition just not my strong personal soup. So, but anyway, I'm thinking about we will try out that first day in the basement for Archive Concourse to be our interest resource to explore more. So I really think that could be a great open door. And from our, how do we, I think a lot of people are asking how do we join our club. We do have application, like I have designed it since 1995, and it's because from time to time I had to modify due to the market, due to the necessary needed, adding to the information. So I kind of modify our organization application most of the time. So we have this application, very lengthy, but it's necessary. As a lot of people say, we'll fill out those kind of application, but I want to get to know you, how I sell you out, because it's more like I'm your market case manager. I had to know you. Enable for me to know you, then I'll be able to know, find out what you'll be doing. So I will have to really find out about you. So I have this application I want to kind of walk through with you guys, and maybe you were thinking it's a very lengthy to work on it, but somehow you can check it out. So we're gonna go through that. And because my background education is criminal logistics, and as everybody know me well, I do a live background, not like criminal background kind of background, but it's more like a live background to know who you really are. So we know you are a real person. That is my goal, to know you are a real person. So your information is true. That's something we had to figure out first. And then I'm gonna go through our application, what I'll be including in this information here, so you can kind of understand what I'm looking for you to become a member. First of all, I want to make sure you are single, and when you are single, can contribute a couple of things. That if you are separated, divorced, or you're widower, so somehow I had to want to make sure you are legally single. And then I will ask you, do you have any children? The children's age, are they growing children or they're young children? And how long ago was your last relationship? And sometimes we get into a little different kind of questionnaire when I need to add into it. So this form more like just a basic, because we're gonna go to that phone interview as well. Of course, I want to know your name, your birthday, your blood type, your height and weight. And I just added something new this year, is called BMI. I have a website link. I will show you on my application. As BMI, we kind of indicate to know is your body mass, to see if you are in justification throughout the BMI calculation. So you want to know more about what BMI is, you will get to the link and find out. And then, of course, your hobby, your talent. I think hobby and talent somehow kind of attraction for one another, because if I don't know someone, I had to find out if they have similar interests like me, or they have some talent like I have. So somehow that will click with each other's attention. And then education background. I do have a list of the education from your K to 12 until your college. It's just more like the more I know about you, your geographic location, and somehow like give me indication of how the conversation go along with. Remember, this application gonna carry on with our phone, either video or phone interview. So that somehow information will be carried out. And of course, your working experience and current working location, your email, your telephone, your social media. Yeah, your plenty social media, the LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or other social media you use. And definitely we're gonna ask you religion. This is just no bias, just kind of get to know which your preference are, so kind of know you. And then we have family history, just kind of like a little bit family tree here, your parent, your family. And we ask you about your family value. And then we're going to ask about your friend. your best friend, the male, female, and what's your view about the friendship. And of course, we're gonna talk about you, to know, are you outgoing, you shy, or you're charismatic. So we kind of get to know you from there. And then definitely your external appearance, we're gonna see from your photo, and then we're gonna require you have a headshot and then a full length photo. It's a part of the requirement for our application. And then this is the paid membership, so we have one-time lifetime memberships required, so it's gonna be on my application too. And then I'm gonna ask you about the volunteer experience. Some people have a very intense volunteer experience. Some people maybe don't even have any volunteer experience. And then we definitely also ask you about you have vaccine or you don't have vaccine, kind of get to know your preference as well. And then we also have a dating survey. It's kind of, have you doing online dating, and what is the result, and what kind of profile attract to you, and what the criteria will meet your requirement, like your appearance, career, education, does that matter to you? Or your concept of love, do you believe love in first sight, or what do you think first date should be like, or if my dating advice is helpful to you, or do you need relationship advice from me, something like that. And then kind of conclude about certain information. And then we have some program we run through to kind of pending on the time to time to give out that information. So it's a kind of very lengthy application process, and we also have a live background check, but it's just the way to want to be sure our members are safe from the resource we share with them. So somehow I think that is really, really important. And I think everyone is different. So whatever they like, whatever dislike. So somehow that kind of give us the indication for how this go about. So of course, when I get your application, and then I would set up a schedule to phone interview you, or video interview, or some maybe in-person interview. It depends on how each situation gonna be. So that is our process. And then once we have your information, then definitely we're gonna look into is the matching part. So I would either find the your ideal day to set up the blind day. Now we have set up some blind day last year, and then some blind day. Most of our blind day are or in person, and that's how that important is meet that person. But the first blind day normally is just throughout the social media, so we can just make a phone call. And during the phone call, it's not just you and her, you're gonna be me in between. So it's more like a injunction to have this blind day going. Some kind of, in a way, to in Chinese TV, we have a lot of matching games called Hong Liang. So I will be adding like the matching at that time to kind of boost up the conversation or see how that goes. So somehow that some people kind of feel okay, but some people shy away, and some people just blind enough to do a blind date themselves one-on-one. It's okay too. So it's depending on every individual prefer how my role play in their matching area. So I hope I kind of give you a rundown about how our club is gonna go about. So hopefully you'll be interested to look into join our club to kind of get to know us, and in a way. And I do have a lot of information, especially right now, we want to make sure you're not dating a scammer, because since COVID, the scam is kind of out of control, plus the $1 billion loss in financially. So as being a matchmaker, my goal is to try my best to kick off the scammer on our group. So that is somehow will keep you safe, because we do want to meet someone real and do someone. That's why it's very important to not be, for me to, as a gatekeeper, to be sure you are safe for your dating. That's just something I want to kind of go over a little bit. And here is some information about this. You can use a Google image search when you receive the headshot or full length photo, and to see if those photos are real. So I screen this photo, they are all come up to the scam record. So somehow that is very important to know. And definitely we have the vaccine and things like that to ask you the question as well. And then I welcome everybody to enjoy to if you're local or maybe in your own region. It's called Nextdoor app. They always has different kind of Nextdoor single book. You can explore your area to see if that's something you'll be interested in. And then this is our past lifetime member, and just kind of share with you. And it's just kind of let you know how we are. And then definitely we have several different information to share that as well. But once you become our actual member, you can be able to sign in to our AAWSC Facebook group to interact with our actual group member here. And I wish everybody finding someone to love and enjoy. And we are kind of come down for our Chinese New Year. It's gonna be January 22nd for the New Year Day, and New Year Eve gonna be 21st. So if you happen to go to any Chinese event to enjoy the different culture, different from yours and from America, so you can enjoy to have Chinese New Year funny coming up. Okay, just want to share that with everyone, and I wish you have a great year of 2023, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone. If you're interested to join our YouTube channel, please click the bell button, and that will give you some information update. We update almost once every week for the new information. So if you have any information you're interested in to learn from, you feel free to reach me. So good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.